The Story of Ren and Aiko. Chapter 1. A Chance Encounter. It was the first day of high school, a confusing flurry of new classrooms, unfamiliar faces, and heavy textbooks. Ren, a naturally shy and studious boy, was trying to carry a massive stack of required reading to his assigned seat when disaster struck. His already precarious balance gave way, sending a dozen books scattering across the aisle with a loud thump. Ren instantly flushed scarlet, his mind racing with embarrassment, sure he'd already made a terrible first impression. Before he could kneel to gather the mess, a bright, cheerful voice rang out beside him. "Whoa, easy there. Let me help." It was Aiko, a girl with long, flowing brown hair and striking green eyes, who had just been assigned the desk next to his. She was already crouching, her smile radiant and completely non-judgmental, as she efficiently sorted the history texts from the math manuals. Ren, flustered but grateful, could only stammer a quiet, "Thank you." This unexpected act of kindness, amidst the chaos of the first day, was the moment everything changed for the quiet boy. Chapter 2. Project Partners. The next week, their homeroom teacher assigned group projects, specifically pairing students who were seated next to each other. "All right, Ren-kun, look like we're partners for the history of the Meiji Restoration," Aiko exclaimed, spinning her chair around with an infectious enthusiasm that made Ren's heart skip a beat. Ren, whose idea of a good group project involved silent research and minimal interaction, felt a wave of nerves, but Aiko's smile was too bright to resist. Aiko immediately took charge, pulling a notebook from her bag. "We should meet up after school twice this week. We can use the library. You're the smart one, Ren-kun, so you handle the complex analysis. I'll make the presentation slides colorful and engaging." Ren watched her cheerful confidence, a fascinating contrast to his own reserved nature. Despite his initial apprehension, Ren felt a flicker of excitement. He had a feeling that working with Aiko wouldn't be boring, and he was secretly happy to have a reason to spend time with her. Chapter 3. Shared Laughter. The days turned into weeks, and Ren and Aiko spent more and more time together, often staying after school to work on their project. What started as academic collaboration soon blossomed into genuine friendship. Aiko's cheerful nature brought Ren out of his shell, and he found himself laughing more freely than ever before. He, in turn, offered Aiko a steady, thoughtful presence she deeply appreciated. One rainy afternoon, they were caught in a sudden downpour on their way home. Ducking under the limited shelter of a small bus stop, Aiko shivered, but a bright smile remained on her face. "Looks like we're stuck here for a while, Ren-kun." Ren, ever practical, pulled out a small emergency umbrella from his bag. It was clearly too small for two, but Aiko insisted they try. They huddled close, sharing the tiny umbrella, the sound of the rain creating a cozy, intimate world around them. Chapter 4. A Fateful Misunderstanding. As their friendship deepened, Ren's feelings for Aiko quietly shifted into something more romantic. He loved her energy, her kindness, and the way she always made him feel seen. He resolved to confess to her on the day they finished their big project. However, the day before his planned confession, fate intervened with a cruel twist. Walking down the hall after school, Ren saw Aiko talking animatedly with a popular, confident boy from the soccer team. They were laughing easily, and the boy gently touched Aiko's arm as he said goodbye. Ren froze in the shadow of the hallway, his heart sinking like a stone. Of course, he thought, someone as amazing as Aiko would already be with someone else. Unable to face her with his broken heart, Ren quickly turned and walked away, missing the look of genuine confusion on Aiko's face as she watched him retreat. Chapter 5. A Heartfelt Confession. The following day, Aiko arrived at school with a hopeful nervousness in her stomach. She found Ren on the rooftop, a spot they often shared for quiet study breaks. Taking a deep breath, she approached him. "Ren-kun," she began, her voice a little shaky, "I saw what happened yesterday. And I just want to say, I'm really sorry if I gave you the wrong impression. That boy, Kenji, he was just asking for help with a club event." Ren looked up, his glasses slightly askew, a flicker of surprise in his eyes. Aiko continued, her cheeks flushing. But when I saw you, I realized something important." She paused, gathering her courage. "Ren-kun, I like you. More than just a friend. I really do." Ren's eyes widened behind his glasses, a slow blush creeping up his neck. He stood up, carefully placing his books down. "Aiko," he started, his voice a soft whisper. He pulled out a small, neatly wrapped gift from his bag. I bought this for you yesterday. I was going to give it to you when I confessed."
Chapter 6. Sunset Promises. The gift Ren had for Aiko was a delicate silver bookmark engraved with a small four-leaf clover, a symbol of good luck and their chance encounter over the dropped books. When he saw her smile and her eyes well up with happy tears, all his shyness seemed to melt away. "I was too afraid to say anything when I thought you were with someone else," he admitted, his voice clearer and more steady than before. "But Aiko, I've liked you for a long time. You make me feel brave." Aiko squeezed his hand, her confidence returning in full force. "Then it's official, Ren-kun, we're a couple," she declared, her green eyes sparkling. They spent the rest of the afternoon on the rooftop, clinging to each other.